He's a listener.
Okay.
That he really likes you because of your voice and it makes him laugh, but he doesn't like your positions and feels like he would be embarrassed to defend you at a dinner party with loved ones.
Bring that one up.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hello and welcome to Why Are We Talking About Rabbits? Rabbits here being media means that just go on and on, quickly reproducing ideas that big media sells you to make money. Today we talk about history, philosophy, theology by bringing on Mr. New World himself, Uncle Seth. Uncle Seth comes on today, cancels Star Wars, talks about vaccines, and probably more than anything else, asks the question, why can't we be friends? And for Uncle Seth, maybe we can't. Episode 34, Uncle Seth cancels Star Wars. So, Seth, tell us about Biff Tannen. You were just telling me about Biff Tannen off.
But I don't know, because if I'm going to be on now tape as saying this, I'm thinking maybe I contrived it. But I don't think so. Biff Tannen, the character Biff Tannen, was modeled after Donald Trump.
And tell us, the audience, who Biff Tannen is.
Biff Tannen's from Back to the Future. Right? Isn't that his last name?
Is it
Biff Tannen or something. I'll have to look this up.
So, but your point was, guys, by the way, welcome to episode 34. Uncle Seth is back.
Hi, guys. Good to be with you again.
It didn't seem that way. Did you seem pained right there? Good to have been put in this chair against my will.
I like it. You know, I like getting.
Do you like being our, totally token New Worlder?
A-hole? Can I say, does that have to be?
Nobody thinks you're an a-hole except for some people.
Yeah.
I don't think that. But I do think because of our past lives, you do represent a New World kind of person. And this show's about.
Absolutely. I think that ultimately I know just enough about the old world to know I'm New World and to be okay with it, you know,
and to be good on this show. But that's still,
I think I'm
jury's out.
Not in my mind.
Dude, it's not out for me. I mean, you're Uncle Seth. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go and look, when he shows up on our show, he's wearing an Abraham Lincoln outfit. I mean, what's better than that? That's pretty New World. Does Abraham Lincoln strike you as Old World or New World?
I think he was New World when he was Old World.
Yeah, I think that. I get that.
I would say I'm Old World in the New World, whereas you're Old World trying to cling on to the Old World. Desperately.
As the verb goes.
Desperately.
As the verb goes, that's not good.
Cling. Desperately cling. Can you say that? Does that make it better?
Even if I was clinging for my life, still clinging. How about fighting? But you put
clutches. I'm also going to include clutches in your dirty clutches, your bony clutches.
Here's a question. Do you think, when you think of old world people, in your mind, does that become synonymous with Christians?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Hindus.
No.
Really?
No, I take this back. You're going too fast. Let me give it some thought here. I don't know. I would say that not necessarily in the ways that I like to be old world. Because if you ask me if I'm old world, yeah, I mean, so again, we've talked about this a lot. You know, I like traditions. I do like ceremony, you know?
Yeah, you do.
I do. But I don't know, if it depends on the context I'm being asked in. If I'm on a podcast with some Christian dude, then when you ask me,
go ahead.
You're reduced to a Christian dude. But if
this is 20 years of this or whatever it is, 15 years of the Christian dude.
How do you feel if I say you're a Christian dude? Is this another one where you don't want to say Jesus Christ? One of these things?
No.
For our listening audience, I've noticed something. He avoids outwardly. I shouldn't say outwardly, but let's put it down to this. He doesn't like to say Jesus Christ.
No. I'll say it, but not. I don't want to curse. Obviously, I don't. Pearls before swine. I said it. I said it right there. You don't want to go around talking about, like, you don't just open up with the deer things that are hard to understand. You know, like,
no, but
like my uncle was a raging alcoholic, and you're like, whoa, that's a lot. But
okay, but
Jesus Christ right out the bat is like a deep, profound thing.
But if I said, if I had just met you at a party and I didn't know you, and I said, hi, John, is great. Do you consider yourself religious? You would never, you would say at the most, probably you would say, I believe in God or something like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't start firing it up there.
You never say, I believe in Jesus Christ. There's a real difference between those two statements, supposedly not in your head, but in reality. And that proves that people, this ilk that is going around being like... You
said ilk. Go ahead. I like it.
Is that another one of these words? Clutches. Yeah, I know.
Ilk.
I know. Maybe.
Go ahead. You hate the new world, old worlders, but no, finish this thought. Because there is something about saying Christ or Jesus Christ that changes it.
That puts you in ally with these people who are saying that and not doing a service, I think, to your view of Christianity.
In
Bible bangers. Can I say that?
Well, we talked about that.
Cut that, Andrew. These are all these, you should send me, Andrew, send me a list of like the 10 dumb things or truly offensive things I've said. And, let me scratch them.
First of all, you're our New World representative from the big city of Chicago, where there's a strike, by the way. And you're a teacher. That's interesting. But
yeah,
check this out, though. They're not offensive. Part of what the pod's trying to do is illuminate the gap. No one likes to get right up to the edge of, like, the valley where everybody dumps their garbage and then peer over and jump in. But we're trying to just put a light on it. Go see what's down there. We have garbage that we have
down here. I'm down here. Hey guys, am I your garbage that you're peering over to see?
You're on the other side of the maw looking down at what divides us, and I'm trying to show us what divides us. And but you keep wanting to drag me down in there.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. Still trying to figure out why you asked me on these things.
You're Uncle Seth. You are the most New World guy I know, but your score was pretty. I think you were a suburban. Didn't you score like an 8 or a 9 on the lightometer test?
I think it was less than that.
Was it a little
lower?
Less?
It was the more old world, right?
No, more New World.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
You were in the middle.
I remember. I just didn't like that test that much. I don't think it's
yes, you did the very New World thing where you challenged the presuppositions of
I don't think it's valid or reliable. It might be reliable. It's not valid. It's not I see what these questions are trying to get at, but it's just not getting at it. There was that one about where if
living with your parents,
your mom, your mom walks in and says, "Oh, are you thrilled that she's coming to live with you?" Well,
we changed that question a little bit. We tweaked
it.
Okay. I think because of your very scientific analysis, we tweaked it.
See, even you are subject to that. I mean, I knew you're subject to it.
Listen, it's ridiculous. It is scientific, though, and I'm sticking to my guns. But everybody should take it, by the way. And Andrew is our producer on the show today. Say hi to Andrew, everybody.
Andrew's the best. Really.
Yeah, he is the best.
Really just a great guy.
So Uncle Seth comes on. You're representing the New World. There's lots going on. Here's one thing that's going on. You want to do this one with me for a second? As a person who's trying to figure out how to live in culture, I cannot decide when I'm about to say the wrong thing. And your people over there in the New World, they seem to know what stuff to say and what stuff not to say. So there was this Star Wars actress who just got fired and got canceled. Do you want to know why she got canceled? Do you want to hear her quote? Do you remember this story? Maybe you didn't follow it. You're very busy. You're busy.
I heard.
She wrote this. Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even sometimes by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? Canceled.
Listen.
Because she said Jews.
Listen. We could even get into the whole cancel word but and now what you're saying is she's getting blacklisted or something?
Yeah, but she got fired from the movie.
Listen, I support that. Not because of it's some PC thing, because she's stupid. Why would you? You're
fired for being stupid.
Your job is to be a public star. So it's like somebody that's getting caught on at Costco refusing to wear a mask, even with a camera in their face. They continue to do that. It's that level of stupidity, but amplified into the star realm where every other day they see one of their friends getting in trouble for putting some tweet out that's dumb. You know what I mean? Like,
so that their dumbness is the problem.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm not shocked by when people say things like this. Okay, not because I harbor some delusion that people don't think these things, but that I think people in 2020 are smart enough to know at least don't say these things.
What are these things? What? So this is very weird because
what she's doing is she's comparing the MAGA haters to the Jews.
Okay. But not in their being. She's not trying to say Jews are like MAGA people. She's trying to say that when people are hated for their political views, it can turn into political persecution. So what's the real story there?
So but what do you? This is what I'm saying is you are following back on seeing the
reason.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong.
That's right. But here's what's happening. You're going back to now reason. That's my turf. You don't get to come over here first.
No, you just left your turf because you literally are mad at her for just stating something that's obvious.
No, listen, man.
I'm scared of you. You're putting me in a gulag. I can feel it.
Listen, I'm blaming her for being stupid to not understand the celebrity culture that she's a part of. The
Maybe
American
she wants
culture.
To protest it.
Oh, that's the best way you get to protest.
I don't know.
That's how you're going to do some tweet or whatever she did.
Well, what do you want to have her march? If you had her march, then if she marched, you would go throw eggs at her for being stupid. She'd still get fired. There she goes with her sign, fired. Then you'd be like, so stupid. If she didn't march with all those fools, then she wouldn't have got fired. Dude, you're just saying I don't like her for what?
Listen, here's what I'm saying. Because this harkens back. So let's circle back because we're getting too much into her thing. You're talking about cancel culture. this is the most ridiculous thing that you guys are coming up with this week.
Old worlders.
Old worlders.
Or
Correct.
That's not necessarily Fox News.
Which is so stupid because isn't it you guys are the original cancel culture, blaspheme. That right? Aren't you? I can't say anything about God, anything about this, but you guys are going to talk about cancel culture and your cancellation. I fry in hell.
Okay, this is good.
Am I right?
No, you may have. I think you just hit a philosophical vein of truth that I want to talk about.
I knew I could, if I spoke enough, I'd hit one.
Yeah, but you have to recognize what's happening, though, because otherwise you're going to be a hypocrite, a new world hypocrite. Here's the story. Tell me what you think about this. I want to do an analysis of this. I do think in 1944, for instance, historical fact, 1933, I believe it was, Tennessee State, the state of Tennessee, if you wanted to graduate from middle school into high school, which at that point was a big deal. It was sort of like high school to college. To go to high school, you had to pass an exam. One of the exams was a memorization of the Psalms, certain Psalms from the Bible. The state of Tennessee said that. And if you were just a Greek, or Greek's not a good one, but if you were an Indian, an immigrant, and you're just trying to have your kid graduate.
Watch it.
Well, sorry, I just went with one. They had to learn the Psalms. And guess what? Nobody said anything and everybody learned the Psalms. Here's what I'm saying. If someone said, I'm not going to learn the Psalms, I'm a good Hindu, then they got canceled. That's what happened. You don't get to go to the school.
Chappelle
canceled.
should do cancellations throughout history.
Yes,
like a Mel Brooks style tour of getting canceled. Columns, get your columns.
That's a good sketch.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't disagree that majority cancels minority, but what I don't like is I thought we were all had a shot at free speech in this country. What's with the cancel already?
Okay. So here's what it comes down to. You tell me now, what is the difference between cancellation and consequence?
Yeah, that's a good question.
No, it's not. This is a rhetorical thought experiment.
I don't have,
tell me
have
right
to
now.
answer it?
Yeah, fumble for that.
Well, a consequence of your actions, it seems to imply justice, right? There seems to be an implication of justice. That's the consequences. Like you shouldn't have jumped off the building because gravity made you hit your head. It's a consequence that makes sense and then it's justified.
Versus?
That's the way I know you and your kids. That's the consequences.
Versus cancellation.
Cancellation in this context is a political decision that what you said is not deemed appropriate for whatever venue you're in.
Correct.
In other words, yep. But here's the thing.
I teach my students.
Is it just?
Listen, if I go to a interview and I say,
Andrew, fix that. It'll be fixed.
So there is a consequence and it's a cancellation. Or if I go in, so what you're saying is that I don't get to say
is being
listen.
broken.
So what you're saying is that if I go in and I say that word that I just said, and I'm a star, and so Gatorade drops me. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Because I went into a news conference and I said that word. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Is that cancel? That's cancel culture?
Yeah, Gatorade canceled you.
Okay, you got canceled.
Is it just?
Okay. No, yeah. So you admit that there's justice in cancellation. So you're only pissed about the things that you think are getting canceled that are getting canceled unjustly because you think there are just cancellations.
Well, I think this is what if you want to know what I think, and I'm just one person, but this is what I think, and I want to hear what you say.
You're John Heers, man. That's more than a person.
It's way better. It's way better. It's way better to let that Star Wars actress say whatever the heck she wants and not to cancel her than to constantly cancel people that disagree with you. It's bad. It's just sticks and stones. What happened to that concept? It's just words. It's just words.
Okay, but what you're saying is that you think that there's going to been some kind of ramp up. Because now when people say cancel culture, what they're really saying is this is a new thing. It was just culture before or whatever. It was just now we've moved into cancel culture. You think it's gone crazy, right? You say that.
No, I think the ground shifted.
Like yeah, the ground shifted. Okay,
the ground shifted, and mostly somewhat religiously inclined Americans, call them Protestants, don't like that the ground shifted and they're getting canceled.
Yeah, right. Reactionaries. Every last one of you.
No, the New Worlders who are, I would even say the postmodern New Worlders who don't know what truth is what they really want is power. And so all of these are power moves to cull people into the proper activities, which is saying the right things, which is saying the right things about gender, the right things about race. And that's what it is. It's the new religion.
Yeah, but you keep saying new. And what I said about that blaspheming is this is what culture is
that's
consequences to words and actions throughout from the time of whoever, dude by the Euphrates. He didn't like his boat. So he insulted somebody's boat. And then he said, that's cancel that dude. No boats for you.
Okay. I got a question for you. I love
it. Put your twins in some other. Sorry, go on.
I love it. I get it. So you teach history. You remember the Babylonian king, Hammurabi?
Yeah.
He wrote down all the rules. Or do you remember this Moses guy? He had 10 of them. Christ said in Beatitudes, these cultures all had sort of clarity when it came what to do and what not to do. Please define for me your new world clarity principles. Go ahead. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
What, you want me to give you a list of 10 things?
Do the 3 commandments. Could we get 3 out of you guys?
Yeah,
3.
I'll try.
Good. Thou shalt not.
Okay. No, why has it got to be in your form? We don't even, we're not following your template, brother.
Just let it rip.
Oh, exactly.
You don't want to do it.
New Worlder leaves tradition of Old Worlder. That's the thing. This is what it comes down to. You guys are sad that people aren't in your club anymore. That's what it comes down to. And I see it. And I'm sad too.
I'm not the club you're talking about, but go ahead. Keep going.
Listen, I'm sad about that too. I'm sad that I don't play my dad's Indian instruments well. I'm sad that that's a tradition that I'm sad about, they're not in my club.
Right.
Now
you have to play some
club with a bunch of Indian guys you'd think would be super popular, but no.
Your time is coming.
We're about to pop, guys.
You guys are going to blow up. The Indian sitar crew.
That's right.
Come on. You still didn't do the 3 thou shalt nots.
Commandments of the New Worlder. I wish I had more time to think about this because now I know
you don't have to get it right. What's one?
Okay, here's one.
Your people hate doing
now. That. I know you guys are gonna think this is so New Worlder, hippie, sliding scale. What does it mean? But to make life better for people who travel the way with me. Is that too Bible?
Too Bible. It's like
right? No, what's that one? Those who also against us. What's the Nicene Creed or whatever that is? I can't remember these ditties. This is a poem we had up in my kitchen growing up.
In your Episcopalian
argued at the
kitchen?
table and my raging Episcopalian kitchen. And we had this on the board. And if we argued at the table, we had to go read this.
Oh, this is great. What did it say?
Mom, you know my mom.
I know.
You know my mom very well. Yeah.
She's a new worlder-ish.
Yeah. It said, I'm going to find out who it is because I later had these made for my family. It was in a wood carving.
It's probably like Timothy Leary or some drug addict in the 60s.
Yeah, life is short, and we have not too much time for lessening the burden of those who travel the way with us. Oh, be swift to love, make haste to be kind.
I think that's your first principle.
That's it. And you know what's really freaky?
That you're going to cry right now? Uncle Seth.
Commandments bring me to tears. That's how devout I am, you know? No, I just saw it.
You just remembered it.
We know it. You can quiz any of my sisters on this. If we call Shanti, they got it right now. Lori?
I have a question for you, though. Can you say the last part? Travel the way. Just come on, go back into your little trance.
Oh, be swift to love, make haste to be kind.
So I'm not asking you to lay out the new world religion, but is that a type of principle, right?
You know what? I think that it's a principle because, in as much as I see what you're doing also, because the next time.
Wait, it's making sense.
Yeah, no, you better stop that, man.
For someone who's not supposed to like reason very much, I am using some reason
no, because
on you right now.
It's not really. You're just trying to set me up because you're having me write commandments.
I know you did a great job.
In service of next time, when you bring up that lame point about, secularism is your religion, and then you're going to say you even have commandments. Well played. Okay, so that's one. Is like life, and so because we look at life, at least I do. The religion is finding within the confines of life, from consciousness to the dirt nap, it's the same as you guys, a guiding principle.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And so, but yours extends beyond the
dirt nap.
Yeah. The dirt nap. Yeah. And it extends even before the birth. Like, it does. Yeah, that's right.
Eternity. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Before all things.
You got him coming and going, So here's the thing. I think that, and now, ladies and gentlemen, check your watches and your betting slips because it's coming right now. It's coming right now.
Oh, no. This is my communist reference. The gulags. It's coming.
Right. Oh, by the way, for the listeners, our lovely listeners, he also texted one about last week, I think.
I did.
Yeah. Solzhenitsyn. He's sending me Solzhenitsyn
absolutely
on tape. He's listening to it in the car, people. Solzhenitsyn. I'm listening to like Foghat.
Night Ranger. Solzhenitsyn right there.
Solzhenitsyn.
Here's what your little kind principle little poster is going to do is get me into a gulag. Okay. No.
All right. So here's the thing. I'm living my life with these confines. And so my behavior is it's bound. How can I say this? It is needed to be tight. Like I've got to get there's a finish line. Mm-hmm. So I better not mess it up. And the closer I get to the finish line, I've got less time to live the
principle.
Live the principle.
And the finish line is death?
Yeah.
And why do you have to live the principle again? Why do you have to try to
You don't
live
have to.
according
You don't have to. You know what? There's crummy people that because you think that living with principle is dependent upon your old world ideas.
No.
And actually, you know, I think it bums you guys out. It does bum you guys out when you meet somebody who, what?
No, we're not living according to old world or new world or any ideals. Here's what it is. We are creatures who are trying to obey the creator. Just like your daughter out of love wants to obey her loving father.
Okay.
And that brings joy to both creator and creature.
Okay.
So how do I know what to do? How do I know what to do? I have to look at that which was given me through the tradition known as Christ. I'm cool with you going, that's all made up, spaghetti monster. Do you do spaghetti monster? Are you a spaghetti? Do you use the word? Do you use spaghetti monster?
You know what? To be honest, I've avoided using those words ever, just because it seems so.
But are you kind of like a new atheist guy that likes to do you make fun of the God?
Oh, I know. No, I'm not looking to make fun of you. Well, okay, I take that back. I am looking to roast you. But here's the thing. You don't think that because the thing you always go to is, well, how do you ask these kinds of questions? How do you know what is right? How do you know what the thing is? And then you can say, I know because you just said your lineage.
I don't know. I believe in hope.
You believe. But so then here's my question. You know me as well as anybody in my life, really.
That's scary.
Yeah. I got to get some better friends.
See, that's our next question, by the way, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Would you say that I'm living my life in a way that's sort of similar to yours in things that matter, whatever, yes. However you think? Okay. So where did that come from me? Where did that come from me? From God, and I'm unaware of it?
100%.
Oh, shoot.
I think you're like 97% not aware. I think even you have moments,
God is
what you
the
call
least of which I need to be aware. And
ladies and gentlemen, he makes fun of me because this is one of my favorite things that you do, Seth, is tell me about God. Tell me about God. And I don't want to hear about a baby smiling. That's not God. Where's God?
A sunset.
And I actually think, and I know that there's a moment when you're riffing on the bass line or when you're looking at a sunset when you know there's a God. I know it. That's your 3%. The rest of your time is spent in talking about dumb stuff. I'm kidding, but not really. But you're like 97% unaware, in my humble opinion. I might be 50% aware, but that makes me also 50% more guilty for all the dumb stuff that I do. See?
That's true.
I'm more responsible. The French?
Yes.
That was impressive.
Thank you so much.
Come on. So she should have got canceled because she's dumb. Man, what are you going to do when I get canceled? What are you going to do? I want to know right now.
Here's what I'm saying is that you want culture to be what you want it to be. And I know culture is what it is.
I'll give you that.
So I and probably my people, New Worlders, I mean, obviously she's not an old worlder. Maybe she is. We tend to be realists. And so you navigate life with a lens of realism. Like if I'm a comic, a famous comic, or a movie star, or a rock star, or anybody of celebrity, here's what I'm thinking. In golf, you have to have swing thoughts, okay? So, and the less, the better. So here's the only swing thought you should have going through life. Don't do things on principle that are inconsequential, like these guys that are not wearing masks at Costco, this is where they're making their stand. That's the hill they're dying on.
But what hill? What's a good one? You sound like a utilitarian. Like, if it doesn't have utility for you, don't do it. What's the hill? Give me your hill. Are you dying in
the hill
protection of your family?
My family.
Yeah.
Why do you? No, listen. Why do you? I wish you guys could see his face because it was so dismissive.
You can't see my face.
He's like,
this is going to be on. This is going to be on video. I can't.
Oh, perfect.
Answer.
Andrew, mark that. Do a time mark, because it was so dismissive that. Oh,
yes, it was.
Protection of my family. Yes, like protection of my family. Oh, it's like I thought he was going to puke.
Not
going to puke
not
because
this.
you think protection of my family.
I don't believe it. That's why
it's some substitute for God's love. And so you are trying to take that away from me. Protection of my family is as hey, that's maybe commandment number 2. We came about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the birth of the new world religious order.
Right. Somebody chisel this. Somebody chisel these.
You are watching.
And then put a TM. Put a trademark.
Coming down from the mountain with the new principles you'll all be living under. Defend family at all costs. You know why I don't believe you?
Oh, be swift to love, make haste to be kind. Number 1.
Do family stuff at all costs. Here's what I mean. If your girls are doing things that are ridiculous and angering other people, and your daughter is the one quoting, I can't believe that guy at Costco is wearing a mask. What a loser. You're going to...
No, they get checked right there.
Yeah, because it's not her idea that's important. It's your principle that it's important. So you're going to teach her your principle. There is a higher principle than her being a person to defend. You actually want her to be a type of person. That type is your principle is higher than your family, because that's why you're teaching her stuff.
Okay. Yeah, fine. But
what are you downloading? What principle number 1? Love your family, except for when your family is being awful. So don't be awful is what you're actually downloading.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. I think.
But then what are those principles? That's the part that always cracks me up. That's what you New Worlders do not want to lay those down.
You don't because you're asking me to write commandments. Now it's the whole principle.
Do something.
Themes you want. It's got to make 750 words. Just wait up, dude.
That would be a New World principle too. You go, get it all done on one page, please. Not too many words, less than 250 words. Make it replicable.
I will give you a 5-paragraph essay right on there. You know,
I think this is instructive, though. I think this has been a good. By the way, give me 30 seconds on the blanket or the panya behind you. Is that of foreign origin?
If you look, you're supposed to look in it and burn a thing. It's called arti. You burn it. Because that's the cloth that we laid my dad in. Oh. No, I'm kidding.
Damn it.
I'm kidding. No, that's something I got it like, I got it in India, but it was like loaded with flies. Some dude was hawking. He tried to charge me like 38 cents. I talked him down.
Got him down to 30?
Got him correct. Right. Then I jumped on British Airways home.
So, Uncle Seth, this is... I mean, I don't really want to do just politics, but we talk about cancel culture. But we really got into philosophy. So here's one. I say to you, Republicans, the Republican Party, do you say to me, old world?
Poser old world. They're a bunch of posers.
I think we agree on that.
They're a bunch of posers. But here's where we disagree. If I say to you, Christian, American Christian, and I know I've brought this up before, but American Christian, would you say poser Christian?
Do I want to keep my podcast?
It's tough questions. This is.
By the way, that's a cancel on the other side.
Correct. And so you see how the New World guy is willing to do the canceling, especially if stuff I don't,
Oh yeah,
I'm
you'll
happy
just
to
let it
cancel
drop.
Christians out.
Yeah, you'll drop. I'm going to get canceled on both sides. I don't look. Poser is a funny word, and it works, and I'm cool to say it. And I think, yeah, it's a type of Christianity that got off the rails.
Okay, let's go back to republicanism.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think about poser old world? You don't like that?
Republicans?
Yeah.
I think that's a good description.
To me, yeah.
If you tell me Republican Party, I say poser old world. I think they want to act like they're representing the deepest, most profound principles of American history. And on one level, they are, right? The opportunity to make money. That's a very American principle.
Sure.
And so they're old world. But see, when I hear old world, I'm not hearing the revolution in America or the revolution in France. I'm hearing old school Christianity. So Orthodox Christianity. So yeah, I like the way you described that. I think the Republicans lost their mojo when they tried to attach political causes in the 80s to their party. I mean, the religious causes in the 80s to their party.
A moral majority thing.
All that stuff.
It blew up. It blew up. Not really, actually it didn't, because the aim of that was to win elections. And they won elections based on that. And they're still winning. And they're still going to win. So ultimately.
Do you think so?
Listen.
I think cynicism, man.
Realism.
Young people don't believe in that kind of conversation anymore about Jesus and are you saved? They're losing that narrative.
Yeah. And that's the sad thing is that this kind of religiosity has become, it's bled over into this cultish worship of, dare I say, his name.
Are you allowed to? Because you could get canceled.
I know I don't want to get canceled by the liberals.
So
in my liberal circles, if you say Trump,
Ronald
canceled,
Rump,
that's right. It's going to go around my school. Mr. Raman said Trump. Cancel
Trump.
We need to get one of those rubber stampers with canceled.
Oh Lord, come on, man. So
okay,
I think
so that's the
agreement there.
Republicanism. That's the question.
Well, because I think one of the things that just old world, new world, I think when you hear Republicans trying to make America great again, then there had to be a previously great America. So there's a type of reaching back to something old.
I'll say this. I'm going to say this. The liberals I know are more like the people listening to this podcast. And in fact, will be thrilled to listen to this podcast. Than other people who you would describe as old world. I'm telling you, these are the liberals I know and the people I know.
That is interesting, Uncle Seth. That's because you're not wrong. So we always end the show, guys, when Uncle Seth is on with comments from afar.
Okay. Yes, I like this feature. I'm going to just say that I'm thrilled to have a chance to answer some of these comments, and I think all these comments are legit.
Here's one.
I tell you. Okay, let's see what we got.
This comes from people who share my blood. We'll just leave it at that.
That could be
and
like
my name. And it goes like this.
That could be any of 15 people willing to roast me right now.
Good point. That's not funny, Mom. That's not true. Also,
does your mom listen to this?
I don't think she gets this far when the Uncle Seth character comes on. She's probably off by now. And for this reason, here's one of the criticisms. You ready? John, I don't understand why Uncle Seth comes on, because by giving him all that time, you're sort of making like moral equivalence. You're saying that his ideas also are sort of equal with your ideas, and it could lead people astray in terms of understanding the truth. That's not really a criticism of you. I think it's a criticism of me.
Well, I think it's actually a criticism of you and your ilk.
Of my less than what?
Is that you your people, not all of them, and I know a lot of these people on this podcast it's not true of, but this is an elevation. No, we're discussing ideas, and that the introduction of my ideas are so threatening, such that people listening to them will be led astray. It's so it's against reason. So that it's a perfect example of old world and new world. The fact that you don't even want new world ideas to be available to people is threatening.
Like the Star Wars person who got canceled. Jeez.
Hey, so that wasn't a new idea. That was the old one. She recycled.
Should have kept her mouth shut.
That's right.
So
to be honest, I've struggled with this lately, especially thinking about if certain people can be friends, you know, and I see it on your board back there.
You see it?
Can't we be friends? Can't we be friends? Is that what it says?
Yeah, it says, "Can't we be friends?" ?
Because this is, everybody's talking about unity, and it's not even about that, because I've been working on this for really in my 40s. I started working on this, thinking about, can you be friends with people who you disagree with? And we're not talking about disagreement on the Beatles, best Beatles album,
football teams,
Abbey Road. Yeah, that's right. Gone are the days agree to disagree. That's so
interesting.
Disagree. You are. I cannot be, and I've worked on this, and it's very hard because these are people I love. Sometimes, they are actively working toward a world that is for my daughters. And can I agree to disagree to that? No way.
You know who shares that perspective?
Who?
No, go ahead, but you can finish. But you know who shares that perspective?
Who?
ISIS.
I have been radicalized, man. See, this is how it happens.
ISIS
1 minute you're on
concept.
one minute you're on a podcast. Next minute you're in the back of a pickup with a mounted machine gun.
You expect me to agree with someone that I disagree with?
Is that your generic ISIS accent?
I can do an ISIS.
Not bad. Not bad.
ISIS voice. Yeah. Terrified of being canceled for doing an ISIS voice.
You will be canceled. I mean, anybody that's listening to this though is not going to want to cancel you.
You think right now we're small? This is what my daughters say all the time. They go, "Right now you can say whatever you want because no one cares, but just wait." I'm like, I get that, but no ISIS voice except to say, you sort of sound like, like Al Qaeda Seth.
Well, but the point is everybody should be feeling this way. Let me put it this way, to some people that are probably listening. I assume that some people listening are, pro-life.
Yes.
Or anti-abortion. Probably everybody is. Okay, Let me put it this way.
Schmamortion.
Right. I'm sorry to say that. I shouldn't say that A word. I'm just going to say shmamortion.
Yes, I got.
Here's my point. You're consorting with a baby killer.
Yeah, I've heard this.
So are you telling me you're going to agree to disagree? I should be as objectionable or more so than or equal to somebody that I am. And I'm working for a world that's worse for you. I'm working for abortion laws to women to be able to have abortions. That's the point. And so if people have, and I'm working on this because to be honest, I've got no integrity because there are people in my life that I've had to, are still in my life that are working for a world that is, in my estimation, worse for my daughter.
Are you about to announce that you're no longer coming on the show?
No, but that's the whole thing.
And I have one more thing to say. There's some
Good night. Good night.
I can't ever appear on this show
I don't
again.
know. I'm working on this. I just feel like people are, I've got about 15 years left. So, and I know my daughters have about 60, 70, 80 years left.
Andrew, big organ music right there. Please, I'm dead serious.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Andrew, I can't wait to hear. I love his sound effects. I really do.
Well, you got to get him to do more.
No, the point is that, and let's face it, you do too, and people our age have around that, whatever. So what are we doing? I know you think there's some grand plan after this. Okay.
No, it's now. It's now.
The only thing I know is right. The only thing is I know I have now, and I have about 15 years, and I have a world that I'm going to leave. I'm not even leaving. I'm not doing anything, but my daughters have to grow up in this world.
So you got to protect it.
And so do I have time to be friends because they're funny or
spend time, right?
Spend time. It's with people who are actively trying to do things politically. I mean, we can do. Let's just talk politics. Actively trying to, in my estimation, work for laws that the environment.
Mm-hmm.
So my daughters grow up in a time where their kids, there's some other reality. Don't believe that an ethos should be take care of the poor.
Mm-hmm.
A society that it doesn't, and people are actively working toward that. And I'm supposed to go out and have a BLT with these people? I mean, is that what friends do? You can tell how long it's been.
What about a pizza?
You can tell how long it's been since I've been out. Say,
have you?
A Waldorf? They don't
make those anymore.
Go out for a Waldorf salad?
Dude. Are you?
So I don't know.
Also, I don't know if you know this,
episode.
But people don't smoke so much either anymore. There's a lot of stuff happening since you decided not to. Do you call them? Do you call them
gin
fags?
Ricky? 2 more gin Rickies.
Do you call them fags? Because that's not cool to call a cigarette a fag. That's not.
You can't do that now.
No, you're probably like, hey, what's going on?
Can I say Oriental fag?
No, you can't say. No, totally no.
I'm pretty sure. Cancel.
It's okay though, because you've been literally in that room since a year now, dude. Because I just want to end with this. This still makes me laugh more than anything else that I've ever seen during COVID. It's just it's a joke on you people, okay, New Worlders, which is, hey, guess what? You in the car right there, you really don't need the bumper sticker for Biden because that you're wearing your mask alone in your car. I already know you're voting for him. No need for the bumper sticker, buddy. We got it.
We got it.
It's pretty clear what's happening when you go to the polls. Okay. But that's crazy. That's you. Then you don't come out of your house. I get it. But listen, here's the other last part of this section, then we'll wrap it up. That is awesome, which is the Seth comment section. Seth, this is from a comment
the section where people find fault with me.
Yes, this is the Uncle Seth.
I'm a jerk.
This is from a listener in Northern California said.
Okay. Hey, that's our people up there.
I know it's way north.
That's why he's a little bitter. My sister lived in Guernsville.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's your
Russian River Valley.
Whoa. Yeah. I lived in Concord. I don't know. East Bay. It's not the same.
No.
Walnut Creek's getting a little Republican for you. So check this out. People told here's what his comment was. People say they don't like Seth, but I love Seth because of his voice and he makes me laugh, but he would be hard to defend at a dinner party with loved ones.
Hey, now it's just like you're my friend because my friends,
new world, like, old world. It doesn't matter.
Right. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I think that truly is a comment on who I am rather than old world, new world.
I think that's just
hard to defend. I mean, you're going to defend. Say that again. What was the end of that? Defend at a dinner party with whose friends?
He said, people say they don't like Seth, but I really like him because of his voice and he's really funny, but he would be hard to defend. It would be hard to defend his positions at a party with loved ones. My favorite part is loved ones.
I don't
want to hurt them.
I know.
This will hurt.
Exactly. Right. To put them out on the slaughter of Seth, the altar
of Seth.
Yeah. That the barrage. Listen, that's exactly right. And here's the whole point. You need to maybe bring some loved ones in.
Get a little bit of this. Get a little bit of this.
And then you can't defend me. Bring in some of my friends. They'll kind of defend me.
I just don't want. Anyway, I like this, and it's better than that. I don't know, whatever. Unity is a dumb word in a lot of ways, but conversations between people, I don't know. Why can't
are
we
real?
Have those?
Yeah, that's
What's
real.
The problem? I don't get it. But
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Seth, Shenis Gagimarjos. That's the Georgian greeting to you, brother.
Gagimarjos. I've been Tamada.
I know you hooked it up. I'm sitting over here chewing on ice all this show, but thanks for coming on.
We're gonna
man.
have one. Hey, anybody that has never been to a kepi, do yourselves a favor.
That is a great pitch. Great.
And the next ones we're gonna have, my band is gonna play. Is that possible, John?
Can I pitch that real quick? This is not
that true. Can we do it?
Oh, it's done already. I already put it in. I put it in the literature. So check it out.
What?
No, because you asked me.
Yeah, I like that, dude.
This is our plug. Starting now, this podcast has spawned a pod course. The pod course is called the WAWTAR pod course. You can find it on Wednesday night, 7:30, starting this Wednesday. Go to our website. You can sign up. Basically, it's a way to bring in more people. We're going to teach about what is communism, what is capitalism, what is Christianity, and how do they intersect in your life in this culture. So guess what, Seth? That class and a second class in the summer about conspiracy theories and a third class in the fall about critical race theory and the old world. All of those classes, each one ends in a kepi, like you just mentioned. And at the kepi, we do all these traditional toasts. It's a great party. That's what Seth was talking about. And Seth, we've invited, we talked about it earlier, you and I, but your band is going to provide our music if you guys will go. So
we'll go.
That's my pitch. Come on onto our course, but actually, truthfully, it ends with a real life in the hall kepi dinner with a long table, great toast.
And it's having a dinner where you're talking about things of value,
Yeah.
Who has dinners like this?
I agree. That's what we're going to do. So thanks for coming, Seth. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much.
It's the best.
For having me. This is a ball every time.
We'll see you again about every 5-6 weeks for sure.
Okay.
See you, brother.
Adios.
Well, Shenis Gagimarjos to Uncle Seth. Uncle Seth was beginning to give you the 10 commandments of New World happiness. Ha! Maybe we'll get it out of him one day. Thank you, Uncle Seth. Sheni's Gagi Marjos. That means to you the victory. Uncle Seth has been at plenty of those KP dinners. Why don't you invite us to come throw you one? The Georgian Republic right in your house. We'll do it. First Things Foundation, always up for a good party, always up to try to go out and serve others by immersing long-term, 2 years at a time, in really incredible places, but places that have been isolated and economically underdeveloped. We go there, we live long-term, we offer our lives as service. Share WAWTAR with friends, hit us up with solid reviews. As my daughters say, share, swipe, shubi. And also, nakfamdis. That's goodbye in Georgian. Hasta luego. Kambufo. Peace out.